All right, everybody. November 17th. Take a look again. Everybody should be in Canvas. Go ahead and begin the starter, which should be review from yesterday's lesson. So if you take a look, based on document C, which group of countries had more soldiers? Take a look at that. Question 2, based on document C, what trend is noticeable in the chart? And we talk about a trend. We're talking about just what is kind of constant or consistent, kind of just in general what is happening. And then the question 3, document C mostly supports which analytical bucket or cause of World War I? So take a look. I'll give you about 90 seconds to work on. All right, so let's continue here. After the starter is the summary page. All right, again, November 17th summary. I can still determine the causes of World War I. We're continuing with the use of primary and secondary sources to interpret various historical perspectives. Europe, ideology, impacts, interactions, synchronous work, November 17th starter, which we just did. We're going to begin document F in the analysis, and then the ticket out the door. Then your asynchronous work is to complete document F and the analysis. Now, today's going to be a little bit different because the analysis is 100% on your own, 100%. So you got to make sure that you have that mastered, you do that well, because that is going to be a formal grade. I'm going to check that. I valued it at 10 points. So depending on how you do, okay, you will get however many points out of 10 for your document F analysis, okay? So everybody, again, let's go to the DBQ project, please. And I'll give you about 30 seconds to get there. All right, here we are on document F, okay, document F. First thing you do, right, read through it one time. Again, hide the questions. You don't need to answer the questions, but kind of read through this one time. I'll give you 30 seconds. All right, go. Control. All right, so now next step, right? If we go back and we look at this, okay, we read through that document one time, just kind of getting familiar with it, trying to figure out, okay, seeing a little bit about what it's going to be about. Now we need to number the paragraphs or sections. Once again, and again, this is not your formal grade, that's the analysis sheet. So once again, we can do some of this together, right? Paragraph one, okay? Now we reread it and highlight appropriate content based on kind of what we've been doing before. Okay, so it's going through here. This is adapted from, look at the source here, Colin Nicholson, right? People, purple. For the First World War, it's key information. It's kind of like the source, right? In Europe, oh, I could go back and do that in green, right? Places. 1914 to 1918, and then I'm assuming then that it was adapted in 2001. Now, this chart that we're seeing here is the size of colonial empires in 1913. I'm going to highlight size, colonial empires, yeah, maybe it's just orange, and 1913 blue, right? Okay, now here we have on this left column are all of these countries. All of these countries. I'm going to mix it up, okay? Because again, I like the fact that they're like locations, but they're also like groups kind of acting as if they're like groups of people going and taking over territory. So I'm just going to do a purple line through as well, okay? All right, because it's also like how groups of people, they're representing an entire nation or group of people. Now, if we take a look here, we're going to see what this chart represents. This first part, right, is area. Hopefully you're familiar with that a little bit, right? Like the way that you would measure a space or how much space is in something, the area. So here we have square miles, how large something is, okay? Now, if you take a look, let's look through here, right? It's gonna be blue. Britain has, and again, this is their colonial empire, the area that they've taken over outside of their own. At this point in 1913, we're measuring how large of a territory these countries control. It doesn't mean it's just outside of their boundaries. It could be on the other side of the world, okay? But right now, Britain has 12,740,000 square miles of territory. And France, a little over 4 million, Germany over 1 million, just about 1 million by Belgium, United States 125,000. Okay, Austria, Hungary, and Russia don't have any territory right now, any extra territory. Okay, then we have population of colonies. That's location is the colonies, population of their colonies. So now, of the places that they took over, what is the overall population? Like how many people in a way are under their control? I'm going to highlight population in orange, and then we'll go back to blue. So 400 million for Britain, 56 million for France, 12 million, 15.5 million for Belgium, 1.6 million for Italy, 10 million for the United States, none for Austria and Hungary because they don't have extra territory outside of their own. All right, next step is hashtag. I'm going to go with something like this. Controlling land and people. All right, something like that. Could be take over land and people. Empires, could just be empires as well. Okay, I'll give you, let's do this, 30 seconds, and then we'll move on. All right, so that's that. Now here is what your asynchronous work is going to be. Everybody go to this highly scaffolded writing form, the document analysis sheet. I'm not going to do anything with you on this. This is on you. You need to show mastery here. We've done it twice. We did it 3 times before with the Latin America DBQ, 2 other times with this DBQ. So this is overall your 6th time. So you need to show mastery here. I'm not going to give any advice, any support, because I need to see what you do and do not know, okay? And what you're not able to do. So I'm testing on your skills, your ability to analyze and complete this document based on, okay, again, based on, if I return to the document, based on this document, document F. Okay, again, you're going to do that during your asynchronous time. Now, with that being said, okay, that's what you need to do afterwards. And here's kind of your directions on that. Everybody go to the ticket out the door, please. Ticket out the door. Same thing, not overly complicated. Objective, unit, statement of inquiry, asynchronous work. Okay, make sure all that is done, and that'll be it. Okay? And make sure you get that document F analysis. Do not forget, I would hate for you to get a late, lose points because you literally forgot to do your formal assessment, your formal grade on the analysis sheet. Okay, thank you.